Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bleach Brave Souls. So today I found out we are getting a new Frenzy character, and it's going to be a 5-star free Orihime. This is, it's not super hype news, but it's news nevertheless, and we might as well talk about it a little bit. But real quick, before we get into that, last video I said that I would put up people's artwork on the channel. And maybe I shouldn't have said that because I got a few more submissions than I expected. So what I decided to do was only show like 1 or 2 per episode, and that way, it's not all at once. So for this episode, I have a drawing by aiight, and he sent this to me on Twitter. It's an awesome picture of Kyoraku Shunsui. I don't know too much about art or anything like that because I just never got into it, but I can definitely appreciate it. And this is an awesome freaking picture. I bet you my boy Mikolov would love this because he is a big Kyoraku fan, and this one is, what can I say? It just looks good as fuck. So thanks aiight, appreciate it. And the other one, it's kind of funny. It's from Vince R, and he sent this to me on my Discord. And as you can see there, it's me, it's your boy. Well, kinda. It's like, I guess it's my head on Byakuya's body wearing a cowboy hat, but man, I was super flattered. I was just like humbled that Vince R would take the time to make something like this, and it looks pretty good. I mean, he's a little bit more handsome than me, but the cowboy hat, that's spot on. I might actually, I don't know. I might actually put that as my YouTube profile picture at some point. So anyway, Vince R, thank you for that awesome artwork. Alright guys, so anyway, let's go talk about the new Orihime that's coming out. They put the preview on Japan on the JP server, and like I said before, I don't actually play on the JP server, I just have an account so I can look at the news and stuff like that. Here are the new Frenzy Orihime stats. As you can see, she's a red power character, and stamina is 681, which is, it's okay for a 5-star. Attack is 386, which is low. Defense 223, low. Focus 196, low. Spiritual pressure 430. For a 5-star, that's not terrible. But overall, her stats aren't great. She is a 5-star character, so the stats. I think we've all gotten used to 6-star stats, so when we look at 5 stars, they kind of seem terrible to us. But this one isn't that great. None of the Frenzy characters are really very strong. Her soul trait is 16% stamina recovery and 7% dodge. Now, when I first saw that, guys, I thought, wow, that's not useful at all. 16% stamina recovery is like a PvE thing, and 7% dodge is like a PvP thing. So, it's like, why would you have both? It's kind of useless. But 7% dodge it's still kind of useful in PvP. I mean, guys, I'm not telling you that this character is good, but I'm going to talk a little bit about how you could make her useful. Not everybody has like an awesome account with awesome characters, awesome 6 stars and stuff like that. There's a lot of casual players out there, and they might end up using this free Orihime in PvP. So I guess I should try to explain how you could make her viable. To make her viable, guys, I think you would need some pretty decent accessories. But there is one really strong ability that this Frenzy Orihime has, and it is she has a strong attack team heal, which heals 10% of your whole co-op group's stamina. So she's really similar to Nanao, the Nanao ability, if you know that character, if you're familiar with that character. Nanao has a team heal, has a strong attack, and now so does Frenzy Orihime, that's a really good special ability, guys. Don't underestimate it. I think the important thing to remember when you look at this character is that she is a support character. She's there to support the team with heals. So when you're equipping her, when you're doing character links, you should keep that in mind. Now, that being said, the team heal is percentage based, so it will be unaffected by any buffs to your spiritual pressure or strong attack or anything like that. 10% is 10%, and that's the way it is. But guys, there are accessories that will boost that up. So first, let's talk about PvP and how you would want to build this character. As I said before, not a lot of people are going to try this because a lot of people have better characters. But For those that don't and want to try her in PvP, you're going to want to build her for survivability. Her attack and focus stats, her offensive stats are terrible, so she's not going to do shit for, damage. But what you want her to do is use that heal as often as she can, and just survive and maybe stall your enemies until help can come in. So you'll build her for stalling and for survivability. Now, the way to do this is she has 7% dodge. One strategy would be to stack her with dodge links. And this makes it seem kind of ridiculous, because why would you put 11% dodge characters on this Frenzy Orihime? But, we're just talking, hypothetical here. So if you stack her with dodge, she'll have 40% extra dodge, which is pretty decent. That's not bad, guys. That's nothing to scoff at. That will definitely hugely aid her survivability. Other than that, for accessories, you're going to do your strongest accessories, strongest red accessories. Preferably, if you have good accessories, Chappie would work great on Orihime. Because like I said, spiritual pressure doesn't affect her heal. So if she has 0 spiritual pressure, the heal is still 10%. And putting Chappie on her will increase her stamina and increase her defense. And it'll just increase her survivability that much more. So if you have red Chappie, preferably if you have one with a secondary effect like stamina, that would be ideal. The second, just as important, guys, is the Hojikuzai. It's the red needle. And, you guys, if you're like me, when I got red needles, I would just fuse them or, whatever, use them for ascension fodder or stuff like that. But this red needle is actually pretty useful now, especially if you have the 5-star version. It will double. 5-star maxed out needle will double the heal that Orihime does, the team heal, so it'll be 20%. And that's huge, guys. That's a big increase. If you have it at 5-star, which I doubt many people have, but if you have it at 5-star with a secondary effect like stamina or defense again, yeah, it's a great accessory for her, and you're gonna want to do that if you can. You can use the 4-star needles and the 3-star ones as well. They'll definitely give a boost to the heal. And the last one I picked, guys, was the anniversary coin. 10% buff to all stats. It's good for pretty much every character. So, especially if you have it, again, with a good secondary effect, like stamina or defense. Like I said, guys, Orihime, Frenzy Orihime, build her for survivability if you're going to use her for PvP. That's the only way she's going to be useful. So dodge and stamina, chappies, and the Hojikuzai needle. And she'll be strong. She's not going to be the strongest because her base statistics have already screwed her over. But she'll definitely be useful. I guess the thing is that if you have accessories like that, you're probably not ever going to use Orihime. But you never know. You never know this. So moving on for PvE, raid content, co-ops, stuff like that, you would pretty much build her the same way. In a co-op scenario, you're going to be the healer, and it's only her and the Now right now that have strong attack heals. And guys, that is really useful in raids, especially if you're going random or with people you don't know. Having a team heal, I can't tell you how good that is in a co-op raid group, especially the higher level ones. It just makes everyone's life that much easier because you can make a mistake, and if you have a healer like Nanao or Orihime, they can heal that back up. So you might want to go with, instead of dodge in raids, you might want to go with strong attack recharge time instead. That way you can use the heal more often. But you definitely still want to use the red Hojikuzai, and if you have red chappies, use those as well. Remember, guys, that Orihime's role in co-op is a support character. You're there to keep your friends and allies alive. So anyway, guys, that's about all I have to say about 5-star free Frenzy Orihime. She definitely has her uses. She's one of the few strong attack healers in the game. Strong attack team healers. Her and Nanao. Definitely get her, definitely max her out, and if you can, try to get her at least the red Hojikuzai. You never know when your team might need a healer, or when your friends might want you to play one. And this way now everyone has an option for a healer. So I think it's a great character. Some people may say, she sucks, I'm not even gonna bother. But I think she's actually got her uses. All right, so enough about Orihime. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.